These war games hook you with more than just explosions. There's something about a war game done right. It's not just about firefights and big set pieces. It's about stepping into chaos and losing yourself in a world that feels like it could crumble around you at any moment. These are the war shooters that transcend bullets and blood. They're immersive, gripping, and unforgettable. Let's begin with one of the most haunting and atmospheric entries in the genre, Call of Duty: Modern Warfare 2019. This reboot wasn't just a graphical overhaul, it was a full psychological reinvention. From the moment you step into the boots of Sergeant Kyle Gaz Garrick, the air is thick with tension. The missions feel dangerously real. Shadows flicker, dogs bark in the alleyways, and distant gunfire echoes like thunder. Modern Warfare captures the uncomfortable realities of urban conflict. One mission, Clean House, is so quiet, so intimate that every creak of a floorboard feels like it might give away your position. The lighting, sound design, and pacing are masterclass examples of atmospheric tension. You don't just play this game, you inhabit it. And when the action kicks off, it kicks off hard. Firefights are intense but never mindless. It's tactical, brutal, and keeps you thinking on your feet. You're constantly torn between feeling like a hero and wondering what price that heroism costs. Hell Let Loose. Now imagine a game that throws away the power fantasy and drops you into the mud, noise, and chaos of World War II. Hell Let Loose is not for the faint-hearted. It doesn't hold your hand. There's no kill streaks, no glowing objective markers, it's just you, your squad, and the unrelenting brutality of real warfare. You move slowly, you communicate constantly, you rely on your commander and your team, or you die. The sound design is punishingly authentic. Artillery screams from above, distant rifle cracks echo from hedgerows, and you feel like your heart might stop with every near miss. This is war not as a game, but as a simulation. And somehow, that is what hooks you. Every victory is earned, every loss stings. And when you survive long enough to flank the enemy or hold a town, it feels monumental. Spec Ops: The Line. Let's rewind a bit. Spec Ops: The Line is not your typical war shooter. On the surface, it's all sandy firefights and desert ambushes, but beneath the surface, it's a game that looks you in the eye and asks, "Are you sure you're the good guy?" Set in a sandstorm-ravaged Dubai, the game is soaked in surrealism and psychological decay. The deeper you go, the more unhinged it becomes. The lines between hero and villain, order and madness, blur until you're not sure who's pulling the trigger anymore. This game hurt, and that's the point. You finish it not feeling triumphant, but hollow. It's a narrative punch to the gut. And in a genre often obsessed with glory, Spec Ops: Skillerk stands out because it dares to question everything. Battlefield 1. When you hear Battlefield, you think of chaos. Tanks rolling over trenches, planes dogfighting overhead, buildings crumbling. And while that's true, Battlefield 1 did something remarkable. It made World War I beautiful. Each campaign story, told from different perspectives, is brief but rich. Whether you're a tank driver in muddy France, a rebel in the Arabian desert, or a pilot in the skies above London, each moment is cinematic and grounded. The music swells, the fog rolls in, and the world feels like it's tearing at the seams. And the multiplayer, it's war poetry in motion. Massive battles, cavalry charges, zeppelins raining fire. Every match feels like a story being written in real time. Insurgency, Sandstorm. This game is the definition of grounded. It's unforgiving, unfiltered, and raw. When you play Insurgency, you feel the pressure of every bullet. No hit markers, no fantasy perks, just iron sights, coordination, and a fight for survival. Its sound design is its soul. The moment combat erupts, your ears are assaulted with thunderous gunfire, desperate screams, and the rattling of nearby debris. The weapons don't just sound real, they sound dangerous. What makes Insurgency addictive isn't just the gameplay, it's the fear. You're constantly on edge. One wrong move, one mistimed reload, and it's over. It's not just a shooter, it's a pressure cooker. Arma 3. This isn't a game you casually pick up. Arma 3 is a full-on military sandbox. Sprawling, complex, brutally realistic. You're not running and gunning here, you're coordinating fire teams, watching your angles, plotting your every move. The world is vast. Dense forests, arid hills, urban towns where every rooftop could be a sniper nest. There's no mini-map telling you where to go. No loud music pushing you forward. Just wind, static, and tension. Every mission feels like prep for a real op. Night vision flickers. Helicopters roar overhead. One mistake can end a mission that took 45 minutes to set up. And that risk, that slowness, that's the hook. Arma 3 doesn't care about pace. It cares about presence. Post-scriptum. Post-scriptum takes immersion to another level. Set in World War II, it strips away the conveniences of modern shooters and immerses you in a slower, heavier kind of battle. There are no icons floating above heads. No regenerating health. You rely on your squad leader, on voice comms, on the guy next to you who knows how to handle a machine gun. And then there's the quiet, the terrifying quiet before an ambush. Before the shelling starts, when you're crawling through grass, heartbeats sync to the whistle of bullets overhead. Matches are long, exhausting. But that's why it's gripping. You invest. And when the battle ends, win or lose, it feels like you lived something real. Enlisted. Enlisted is war at speed. It throws you into massive historical battles with full squads under your control. You're not just one soldier, you're a commander. When you die, you switch to another member of your squad, keeping the action relentless and fluid. The maps are sprawling, ripped straight from actual battlefields. Normandy, Berlin, Tunisia. The atmosphere is thick with dust, screams, mortar fire. And what makes it addictive is this flow. You're never still, never fully safe. You're constantly juggling weapons, objectives, lives. And between the chaos, there are these micro moments. Reloading behind a broken wall, hearing enemy boots on wood upstairs, spotting a tank's shadow pass over your trench. It's a loop that never lets go. Not just because it's fun, but because it feels alive.